In 1853, railroad magnate Cornelius Vanderbilt was unhappy with the fried potatoes he ordered at Moon's Lake House Restaurant in Saratoga Springs, New York. When Chef George Crumb got word, he sliced some potatoes very thin as a joke and deep-fried them for his displeased customer. But the joke turned into a delectable delight, becoming what we know today as the potato chip. In 2009, Ed Gerbach and his son Chris had a conversation one day about what to do next after establishing the successful pizza restaurant Pangea's in Traverse City, Michigan. That conversation resulted in the creation of Great Lakes Potato Chip Company.
We were sitting around and Chris said, "Well, Dad, what do you like besides pizza?" Because that's how we got into the pizza business. I said, "Well, besides pizza and donuts, I like potato chips." So that led us to start looking into the potato chip business. And what we found was that there's really was quite a niche here in Michigan. So we visited potato chip companies in other states, talked with supermarket owners, chain store owners, things like that. And we came to the conclusion that the opportunity in Michigan for another locally made chip company was, number one, it would work because there was kind of a vacuum of local chips. And number two, there's this huge push to buy local that's not only in Michigan but across the nation. And we knew that from our restaurant experience. So we thought we had two things going for us. We did a little more research, did some due diligence, talked with equipment manufacturers, did that whole thing. And actually, in 8 months, we were up and running.
They knew that marketing was going to be a challenge, creating a brand recognition that would be successful. They had a vision in mind, directly related to where they live.
We're trying to capture the feel of the Great Lakes, the northern Great Lakes area. We thought that our brand would sell well, as does brands like Maui chips or Boulder chips or Cape Cod chips. Those chips really sell an area and a feel. So we looked for a marketing firm that kind of got that idea. And the marketing firm we settled on was Greenlight Marketing here in Traverse City. And I think what really got us, kind of pushed us over the edge, because there were many great marketing firms that we interviewed. But they sent us a proposal back in a box with a Mr. Potato Head in it. And every little piece of Mr. Potato Head was on a kind of a spreadsheet, and the ear was how they listened and the mouth was how. But it was kind of clever, so we went with them. We did a lot of reviewing with the packaging. We went through a lot of iterations. They had some great ideas. We finally settled on our current packaging, which gets rave reviews from the store owners and whatnot. And I tell those guys all the time, I really credit them with a lot of our success because they just did a terrific job on our packaging.
Michigan produces 28% of the U.S. potato crop used for snack manufacturing, equating to 600,000 tons a year. Contributing to that total is Sackett Potatoes in Mecosta, Michigan. The family operation grows 3,300 acres, with all of them going to the potato chip industry.
Chris Gerbach just called me out of the blue one day. I think he had run across our website, and he said he was starting a chip manufacturing company in Traverse City and wondered if he could get potatoes from us. So we started a couple years ago with him. He comes down and gets 5,000 to 10,000 pounds of potatoes a week and hauls them back himself, and they're making potato chips out of them. You know, I really like the Gerbachs. They've done a tremendous job of starting from nothing to having a good product. You know, they've got a really good chip. They're doing a really good job. I think they've got a good label. They have got a real opportunity to be something in the chip industry.
The process to becoming a Great Lakes potato chip begins with the potatoes being washed in a large tank. They're placed into the slicer and immediately fed into the hot oil. After an automated stirring, they're drained and hand seasoned, conveyed to hoppers, and elevated to a scale where they're weighed according to the packaging, placed into bags, and boxed for shipment. Great Lakes Potato Chip Company utilizes a direct store delivery distribution system. That means independent distributors as opposed to those of the multi-line variety. allowing for one-to-one contact between store managers and product representatives, resulting in outstanding customer service.
We've had great success getting the product out there for a number of reasons. One, it's a local product, so that's a huge draw right now. Two, it's a quality product, so that's obviously maybe more important because it can be made in Michigan, but it's got to be good. I've talked to a lot of people that say 5-10 years ago it wouldn't have been possible to do this because the made in Michigan or the local made was just not as important as it is today. So for us, that's been a huge opportunity. So people, whereas 5 years ago they might not have given you a shot, now they're allowing us to put racks in stores, giving us shelf space. So it's been fun to sell a product that people are excited about selling at their stores.
Visit GreatLakesPotatoChips.com to learn more about the latest jewel in Michigan's northern Lower Peninsula. Read about why they leave the skins on their chips, get a list of stores carrying the brand, and find out about opportunities to become a distributor.